Bible verses about dedication and baptism. Dedication is a wonderful moment when parents publicly declare their faith in bringing up their children in the grace and wisdom of God. When you dedicate your child to God, you show that your child is a gift from God and that you are committed to being a godly example to him, or to her. The consecration of a baby does not guarantee salvation, but it is a symbolic moment in which we surrender the life of our child to God's will. The Bible can also be used to read at baby dedication ceremonies, telling God's truths and promises for your precious child's life. Isaiah 44 verse 24. This is what the Lord says, your Redeemer, who formed you in the womb. I am the Lord, the maker of all things, who stretches out the heavens, who spreads out the earth by myself. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Your daily verse, Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart, I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Trust God. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Luke 2 verse 22. 22 When the time came for the purification rites required by the law of Moses, Joseph and Mary took him to Jerusalem to present. Matthew 18 verse 10. 10 See that you do not despise one of these little ones. For I tell you that their angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven. Proverbs 22 verse 6. I love my kids. Start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are old they will not turn from it. Psalms 8 verse 2. Through the praise of children and infants you have established a stronghold against your enemies, to silence the foe and the avenger. 1 Samuel 1 verse 11. And she made a vow, saying, Lord Almighty, if you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me, and not forget your servant but give her a son, then I will give him to the Lord for all the days of his life, and no razor will ever be used on his head. 3 John 1 verse 4. Your daily verse, 3 John 1 verse 4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. Psalms 139 verses 13 to 14. Mother's womb. For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made, your works are wonderful, I know that full well. Psalms 127 verses 3 to 5. Children heritage. Children are a heritage from the Lord, offspring a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are children born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their opponents in court. Ephesians 6 verses 1 to 4. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy long life on the earth. Fathers, do not exasperate your children, instead, bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. Psalms 78 verses 4 to 7. We will not hide them from their descendants, we will tell the next generation the praiseworthy deeds of the Lord, his power, and the wonders he has done. He decreed statutes for Jacob and established the law in Israel, which he commanded our ancestors to teach their children, so the next generation would know them, even the children yet to be born, and they in turn would tell their children. Then they would put their trust in God and would not forget his deeds, but would keep his commands. Please read the whole chapter of every verse by dedicating your time. Thanks for listening, and make sure you subscribe our channel.